Back to the donut shop. Businesses go into business for one reason only, and that is to make money. Even a nonprofit can't stay in business long enough if it continually loses money. Now let's look at my balance sheet. I bring in money. My shop is the closest donut shop in the area. The only closer one is over 2 miles away. My market is stable, my prices are reasonable, and Dutch Bros is right next door. I sell a good amount of donuts daily, and my business is going pretty well. But am I making a profit? I have all this money rolling in, so what I need to do is figure out whether income is greater than outlay. If my expenses monthly are $8,000, and I make more than that, I have made an accounting profit. Accounting profits are only monetary, though. There's the other type of profit, economic profits, where I can either make or lose money. Accounting profits are calculated only on real cost versus real revenue. If I bring in more than I lay out, I am making an accounting profit. But now you've got to factor opportunity costs into the mix and figure out whether the money you've cleared over the past month is all worth it. This is the big slippery one. If I'm running my shop, I have real expenses of $8,000 and I have total revenues of $12,000. That means that I've got a real profit of $4,000. Not bad. But then I've got to count all the mornings that I had to wake up at 3 o'clock and go and shut off the alarm, and the 18-hour days because I had people out with the Rona and all of the other fun that comes of being a small business owner. Is the $4,000 that I've cleared at the end of the month worth it? In business, in anything really, you need to take all of these factors into account and come to the determination of whether it's all worth it. To add to the fun, there is another cost that has to be added into the mix, which are sunk costs. Have you ever heard anybody say, I've sunk a lot of money into that business? Sunk costs are costs that are not retrievable. In my donut shop, I paid for the machines that make my donuts. I bought them outright. Because in my determination, in my rational self-interest, owning a piece of equipment is going to cost me less in the long run than leasing it. The purchase of that machine is a sunk cost. I own it, it's mine, and I can't trade it in. If the company comes out with a new and improved donut machine next week, I still own the old one because I have converted cash capital to physical capital. I know that this is a lot to wrap your brain around, so let's take a look at a baby sloth for a moment. Okay, here's where it can get bumpy. Short-term versus long-term. Short-term is about 6 months-ish, and long-term is anything over usually a year. The short run is a period of time over which one or more factors of production remains fixed. And in the short run, I'm going to decide how many donuts to make in my current facility. I'm going to be looking at what am I going to do tomorrow. In the long run is a period of time long enough that every factor of production is variable. I'm going to decide whether or not I'm going to buy the new Donut Master 6000, whether or not I'm going to build a bigger store. Looking at the amount of time, short versus long, Torgnuts can determine whether any factor of production or cost is fixed or variable. Looking at the short run right now, minimum wage is a fixed cost. It's not going to raise till the end of the year. My rent on my space is not going to raise until my contract runs out. So those are fixed costs. The variable costs are electricity. It takes a lot more to cool the store in the summer than it does to warm the store in the winter because donuts really want it to be about 67, 68 degrees. And so I'm going to have to really bring the heat and humidity down in the store during the summertime. So that's going to be a variable cost. Delivery charges. Gas prices are not set in stone, so the trucks that bring the flour, the sugar, the yeast, and all of that stuff, even the wild volatility in the rainbow sprinkles market, all of these things, in the long run, every cost and every input is variable. I only have one store, and it's next door to Dutch Bros. I'm a small business owner, and I have limited resources, mainly time and money. If I turn every donut machine on and run it at 24/7, I am going to soon reach maximum output. There's no switch I can throw to make more donuts. I can't hire more people to make more donuts. I am maxed out. But as it is now, I only run the donut machines at about 60% capacity, since that number of donuts I can sell in my storefront on any given day. But I have an idea. I'm going to hire someone to deliver donuts to places that are far enough away from my central store to make it more convenient to buy my donuts. This would allow me to turn the knob up to the machine up to about 80% capacity within the next couple of weeks. Production concepts. Total physical product. This is the number of donuts I make all told within a given amount of time, daily, weekly, monthly, whatever, however I'm going to measure this time. Marginal physical product is the number of donuts I can make by increasing one factor of production, adding another worker, building another store, buying the new Donut Master 6000, whatever. But you'll notice that there is a point of marginal diminishing returns built into the marginal physical product. Pretty soon, everybody's going to be getting in everybody else's way, and we are not going to be as efficient in our operation.